what's up? It's your girl, YouSeeKayla. Welcome back to YouSeeKayla TV, or if this is your first time, welcome to YouSeeKayla TV. This is my second video of the day. So, two shows I've added to my lineup: All American, which I've always watched, and All American Homecoming, which I can say I've always watched since this is season 1, episode 1. If you're unfamiliar, All American Homecoming is a spin-off show of the show All American. And it's surrounded by the character Simone, who is Jordan's girlfriend from All American. So I'm really excited to do this because it's like we're going through this together, you know? So this review is going to be slightly different than my other reviews, and it's probably going to be different than even reviews for this show in the future because I have to introduce everybody the way they were introduced to us, and then we'll get into it. If you watch my other video, the episode review on All American Season 4, Episode 8, that was my first time reviewing All American. If you have not, please watch it. But if you have, you'll know that I used a football theme because All American is about football. However, in this review, we have our main character, Simone, who plays tennis, and we also have another main character, Damon Sims, who plays baseball. So instead of bouncing back and forth between two different sports themes, because All American Homecoming is about them attending Princeton University and HBCU in Atlanta, my episode review is going to have a HBCU theme. And I am very equipped to do this because I attended an HBCU for 3 years. I did not graduate from there, but I attended an HBCU for 3 years. Shout out to Edward Waters, formerly college, now university in Jacksonville, Florida, the oldest HBCU in Florida. Quick little blurb, shout out to y'all, go Tigers. So let's get into the episode. The first episode was called Start Over, and here's the synopsis. Simone is excited to move into her own dorm and start navigating life on her own terms, but her past choices present setbacks. Damon and Coach Marcus are eager to turn the baseball team around. That's the synopsis for the episode. So I'm going to introduce you guys. We're on the fictional campus of Princeton University, a HBCU in Atlanta, Georgia. This is not a real HBCU in Atlanta, Georgia. The characters are Simone, Damon Sims, Dr. Amara Patterson, which is Simone's aunt that we met on All American, Coach Marcus Turner, the head baseball coach. Keisha is one of Simone's, I wouldn't say good friends yet, because I mean, they just met. Associate of Simone's, who is the RA on the show. Nate is one of Simone's associates. He's the guy that wears like the wigs and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I don't know his pronouns. He might go by, you know, she or her, but I'm not sure. Damon's teammate, Jay. He's also, I think, a roommate as well, but I thought he had a different roommate. I don't know if they have like a 4-person suite or a 2-person suite. We'll figure that out as the episode's going on. Because remember, guys, this is the first episode. I'm figuring it out with y'all. Thea is the tennis captain, the tennis team captain who has it out for Simone already. And we have Coach Lonnie, who is the tennis coach, and Cam Watkins, who was on All American, and he was like a rival for Spencer, but he also was cool with Simone's, I guess, baby daddy. I mean, you know, she gave the child up for adoption, but that is who got her pregnant. His name was Dame, and Cam was cool with him. But we'll get into that a little bit later. So he shows back up as a student there at Princeton. Sorry, my light just went out. I'm having some lighting issues, and I still have not gotten it completely fixed, but I promise, guys, we're going to work on it. All right, so we're going to get into the pregame. And pregame is a term used before an actual game or before partying, which is normally for drinking or partaking in whatever you partake in before the club at a HBCU. But when I say pregame, I'm talking about the topic that kicks off the episode. So Simone has to move in with only her new associates. Her parents did not show. Jordan was unable to come. Nate and Keisha, so we meet them again. And the tennis captain that she hates, Thea, was the only other familiar face that she knew. So she only had her loosely, you know, I can barely call them friends, and Thea that she knew there, and she doesn't even like Thea. So the lonelies were setting in to kick the episode off. Let's get on to our tailgate topic. Now, if you're a sports fan, you know what tailgating is. That happens before, and at HBCU, baby, it happens during the game as well. Some people come just to tailgate. That's what they do. I was one of them. I don't really care about sports. So the tailgate topic, the big topic that loomed over, the entire episode, Coach Marcus Turner, the head baseball coach, he's under a lot of pressure because he lost 7 starters as a result of the former head coach's cheating scandal. He was cheating to help their grades and scores look better than they were so they could continue to start. And Coach Turner's star player, Damon Sims, who gave up the going to the MLB to play at Princeton, has an all-about-me attitude, and he has no faith in his teammates. So Coach Turner is going through it right now. Our rival teams. Everybody knows what a rival team. That's not just for HBCU. Coach Shaw, definitely, that was the former head coach who got busted by Simone's aunt, Dr. Amara Patterson, when she released that story about the cheating scandal that was going on with the 7 players. She released that story with the help of Coach Marcus Turner, and he was not upset with her for releasing that, as we saw in the episode. He was cool with it. And I might have seen a little foreshadowing of them getting together down the line. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's married, so if he is, sorry. In real life, he is married. That's Corey Hardrick, Tia Mowry Hardrick's husband. So shout out to him. He's doing an excellent job. Thea is one of our rival teams. She's the tennis captain, like I said, and she has it out for Simone, and she speaks for Coach Lonnie. I don't know if Coach Lonnie requested a mouthpiece, but Simone couldn't even speak directly to the coach before Thea was coming back with pushback for everything she said. So we're going to see a lot of tension there between Thea and Simone. And then President Allen. Now, I put him as a maybe, and this is why I put him as a maybe, because he was trying to help Dr. Patterson, Simone's aunt, keep her job by cutting her classes. He said she just needs to, keep a low profile and stay under the radar until this whole cheating scandal story being released blows over, because a lot of people are upset at her. But he is also putting a lot of pressure on Coach Marcus Turner, trying to turn this baseball program around. Like, if you don't have a championship team by the time spring is up, then the baseball team is cut. And he's just like, what? So I'm like, maybe he's a rival team, maybe he's not, because he also may not be solely in charge of the fiscal budget, but he's the president for the school. So I got my eye on Coach Allen. I'm not sure. I put him as a maybe, but I'm still going to leave him under rival teams right now. Our halftime show, and that's just the term that I'm going to use for the biggest part of the episode. Simone's loneliness drives her to give in to her friends' peer pressure. Keisha and Nate pressuring to stand out, drinking and party at the little mix they were having out on the yard. It looks like, I forgot the name of the fake fraternity. I think it was Kappa Epsilon Kappa. I'm not big on the whole fake portrayal of sororities and fraternities. I'm a member of an actual sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. So I don't know, it'd be a little bit corny to me how they portray them, but that's my personal opinion based off of where I sit in life. But so they were out at, I guess that was a party for them, or they just did that little performance on the yard, and then everybody started to party. And Simone knew that she had drills in the morning, and Thea even gave her the heads up that drills were going to be super intense, but she stayed out and party anyway, which is very realistic. Now, that is what a freshman would do. She gets to drills the next morning, does a terrible job. She didn't realize that Coach Lonnie was watching the tennis practice from the parking garage, and she got dismissed early from practice by Coach Lonnie via Thea. So that was a big part of the episode, and now Simone has to figure that out because she's there to play tennis. And she gave up a lot, everybody knows, at the disdain of her parents and her being away from Jordan and everything to leave California to go to Atlanta. All right, the post-game turn-up, y'all. And I'm just going to refer to this. And this just means the bomb that was dropped at the end of the episode. In real life, there is always a post-game turn-up at a HBCU. But for this means at the end of the episode, because all American writers are pretty consistent with that, at the end of every episode, you normally get a snippet of something, that's going to lead you into the next episode. So They were having dinner at Dr. Patterson's house after they helped Simone move in because she got kicked off campus because her mom didn't actually pay for room and board. So the room she thought she had in the dorm, she did not actually secure. So she had to move off campus with her aunt. And Jay tells Damon because he found out that Damon is adopted, and Jay was like, I didn't know you were adopted. And Damon was like, well, all I know about my birth parents is that they're Brinkston alums. And Jay goes off somewhere and pulls out a old box with a Bible and an old picture, and it's like his parents were Brinkston alums too. Now earlier in the episode, I peeped this. Jay called Damon his brother. When they made up, Damon apologized to Jay for acting like, it's all about me, nobody else on the team matters, and talking down on them. And he was like, I'm not going to stay mad at my brother. Is he really his brother? We're going to find out. That was definitely a bomb that was dropped. So I'm excited. Just my opinion about this show. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I was, because I was like, I didn't like that they was calling it All-American Homecoming, first of all, because I'm like, homecoming, like the whole show is not going to be homecoming. I understand you're supposed to get the HBCU vibes, but as a person who went to an HBCU as a person who went to an HBCU and was a student, that's not all we do is party. Yes, I had a great time, but I also was a straight A student and a scholar. I spent a lot of time in the library and things like that. So I'm like, they didn't have to call it homecoming, but I get what we're trying to do. And I do appreciate the representation of Black excellence in HBCUs on the big screen. I do appreciate that spinoff from the show, because we view them in Beverly Hills and they go to, PWIs, which are predominantly white institutions and things like that. So I'm glad they gave us this little shout out. I don't know if homecoming was the best name for it, but regardless, I'm going to support. And I did like the show more than I thought I was. I wasn't sure if it was going to be extra corny. The only part to me that was super corny was like the little fake Greek show. But I'm sure, again, like I said, that's probably just my personal opinion as someone who is in a real sorority. So y'all give me your opinion. Tell me what you think. Are you interested in me covering this show? Or you like, Kayla, we good on All-American Homecoming? I didn't even give it a chance. Let me know in the comments, because what I don't want to do is continue to put my time and effort into content that people really don't want. And I get it. I'm not going to take it personally. We'll just see how it goes. I'm playing everything by ear, but regardless, I'm going to watch the show. So if you want me to continue to review it, I will do that. And I'll just see how many people really want me to do it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. Like the video, share the video if you appreciate the comment, and thank you so much for your time. I'm not going to drag it out. I wanted the first one to be quick. Thank you guys for joining me at YouSeeKayla TV, and have a great week.